Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss some of the clock related problems or known as the clock problems. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to start with the properties of a clock. Okay, well, so I'm not going to start with what is the hour hand and how the minute hand looks like, but of course with the properties of these minute and the hour hand. Starting with, in every 60 minutes, the minute hand gains 55 minutes on the hour hand. So in 60 minutes, the minute hand gains 55 minutes in the hour hand. Okay. Now tell me how the right angle look like. It is this thing. So then we call it as a right angle, right? So this situation occurs in every hour 2 times. That is, right angle occurs twice in every hour. Also from this diagram you can see that, okay, let me just draw it. Okay, so here we can see that this situation occurs when the gap between the hour hand and the minute hand will be 15 minutes. Property number 3 is talking about, so this is the 90 degree, that is the right angle. Now if we want to talk about the 180 degree. So this thing occurs once in every hour, and here the minute hand and the hour hand needs to be 30 minutes apart from each other. And of course, related to these things, I'm gonna solve some of the questions also. So if the question states how many times the hands coincide in a day. So this time coincide means they are on each other. Okay, so the angle between them is 0. That situation is known as the coincidence situation. Okay, so 12, 6, 3 and 9. And here is our 11th hour and 1, right? Okay, now between this 11 to 1, forget this upper portion and let's talk about this much portion, the outer circle I'm talking about. So in this total area we can find that in each hour once the coincidence occurs, so from 1 to 11 o'clock, once coincide in every hour, like 1, 5, 2, 10, 3, 15, 4, 20, 5, 25, 6, 30, 7, 35 and etc. Okay, so this from 1 o'clock to 11 o'clock we can find once they coincide in every hour. Now let's talk about what happens exactly between this 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So they on this portion of the time, let me just mark it with a different color. From this 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, we can find that the hands coincide with each other once. Okay? Only one. So between 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, they coincide only once. So how many times the clock is actually coinciding? From 1 to 11, here we are mainly focused on this 10 times. And from this 11 to 1, it coincides one more time. So total in 12-hour coincident occurs how many times? 11 times. And in the question they have asked us about a day. That means 24 hours. So simply we need to multiply 11 into 2 and that makes it 22 times. So 22 times on the clock, the two hands coincide with each other. Okay? Okay, so one more question similar to this type. The question asks, how many times do the hands are at 90 degree? Again, in a day. Okay? So 90 degree we need to be focused on. On the properties only we have discussed in the second point that 90 degree occurs twice in every hour. So when we are talking about 12 hour, we can find that there will be 24 times 90 degree will occur, because in every hour 2 times 90 degree occurs. So on the basis of that, in 12 hour there will be 24 times the occurrence of this 90 degree. Now talking about 24 hours, if you can just look at a watch or your dial, you can see that for 3 o'clock and for 9 o'clock, you can find the pattern of right angle is mostly similar, exactly similar. So here we are going to take it only as 2 times and not as the 4 times because of the similar type of pattern. So in 24 hours, ultimately this happens in 44 times. 44 times the occurrence of this 90 degree. Okay. Here it is to understand it more better how the 44 is coming. In 12 hours, as I have just mentioned, that in every hour there is twice the occurrence of 90 degree angle or the right angle. So in 12 hours we have this 90 degree formation for this 22 times. And when we multiply this 22 with 2, then we get this 44 times for 24 hours or a day. Okay, so this is the relation between the coincident, how many times the hands are coinciding and how many times they are forming a right angle. Now let's talk about how to find a degree or the angle between the hands. How to find angle between the hands. Suppose the clock time is 4:33 p.m. So what is the angle between the two hands? For this, of course we can calculate it manually, but in the examination hall we really don't have that much of time, to be very frank. So here is a formula: 60h minus 11m whole of mod multiplied with the half. So this h stands for the hour, how many hours, and M stands for the minutes. Let's just put it, and okay, so why this mod is coming? Mod basically means that angle cannot be negative. So for that perspective, this mod is coming. And you also need to understand why I am dividing it with 2. This 2 I am dividing it with because in this we are mainly considering the whole day. But here I have asked you that what will be the angle between the hands when the time is 4:33 p.m. So for this we need to consider the 12 hour only and not the 24 hours. So that is why I am dividing this with 2. Okay, I hope there is no doubt with the formula. Now let's solve it. So 64 into 4 minus 11 into 33, right? Now, just after simplification, we are gonna get this. And if we subtract, and after just removing the mod sign, we have the angle at 61.5 degree. Okay, so this is the way how to find the angle between the hands of a clock. I hope this video was useful to you. Thank you for watching this.